Good afternoon, everyone. I'm spreading some fertiliser at the moment, as you can see. It's just spreading on one of our plots of winter barley. The other plot I done earlier on today. There's about 26 acres or 27 acres in this plot, and there's about 25 acres in the other plot. So they're fairly even in size. The other plot was a lot drier than this piece of land is at the minute, which is the opposite to the way things was back in the autumn when we were sowing it. In the autumn time, this piece of land here turned out to be a little bit drier for sowing. The conditions were a little bit better, with the result that the headlands have grown better in this piece of land than they have in the other plot of land. So the headlands in the other plot of land are in certain places where the water, well, there's places where there was water lying. There's actually places there's still water lying, so the seed never grew there. And also there's just areas of it that, because of the dampness in the soil, it was a little compacted, and it just never grew for that reason as well. So it's all related to the dampness. But anyway, I spread the fertiliser out there this morning. Apart from the couple of places on the headlands that it never grew, it has done very well out through it. And this here's in a similar position. All the plants look to be all here and ready for the fertiliser. So yeah, by the time you get a couple of weeks around now after I spread the fertiliser, it should make a big difference to it. You should see a huge change on it. It's a compound fertiliser that I'm putting out at the minute. The compound it's a 10-7-25 with 6% sulphur. So we've finished that field now. We're just coming into the second of the larger fields. Just set up our, get our GPS working. The reason I use the GPS on the tram lines is, when I have tram lines I mean, is because I can stick a marker down wherever I run out of fertiliser, and I can come back to it. I know exactly where I finished up. So that's the reason. It's fairly simple. Now we've got quite a, let's make sure the camera's set up okay. I've got quite a wet spot here now on the right hand side, just in front. And I'm going to have to drive out and give it a bit of a wide berth. And we'll come back in and see what it's like now up here. It's usually not too bad, these fields, but you never know. It's a little damp along there. We've got a little bit of a stream here alongside, and along this area is usually always a little bit damp, so that's why I'm just kind of watching to see am I sinking down much, but it's not too bad. Yeah, on the calving front, I've only had one calf since I was last chatting to you, or since I last made a video. I had a calf on, what day was it? I think it was Monday. It's Wednesday now. Yeah, I think it was on Monday. Yeah, that's the only calf I've had, and everything else is all right, and we're keeping on top of the crypto problem. All calves at the minute are all okay. But yeah, I'll show you the calf that was born on Monday. I'll show it to you at the end of this video, as I usually do. There's a couple of other cows that are coming close, and just keeping an eye on those at the minute, but none have went yet. There's not that many of them left. There's really only there's about, I think maybe about 11 cows left to calve, and then there's a batch of heifers as well. There's about 6 heifers which are last for the calving. I'm just watching this because it's about to run out, and it has run out now on the left hand side as I look back. And I'll just stop that, it'll save my position. Yeah, so we're down into the last, probably the last 16 or 17 to calve, which isn't too bad. But we are seriously running out of places to put them. Our creep pens are almost all doubled up and full, so I'm kind of waiting till I get another 1 or 2 to calve, and when I do that, then I'll start creeping up in the top shed as well. So I'm stalling it as long as I can, which is giving us a little bit more work to do, all that graping of silage into the cows at the back, but that's kind of what you have to do. just heading home now, almost back in the yard. It's been a 10-minute trip up to where I was running the fertiliser. So it's just about on the limit of the distance you'd like to be travelling. Ideally, it'd be better if somebody was available to take the trailer with the fertiliser on it and the teleporter up and load you in the field, but we haven't got anyone to do that at the minute. Jerry's busy, Jerry Senior that is, and Ben is away working, so I'm a one-man operation at the minute. But yeah, no, when I get back to the yard now, I'm going to throw another couple of bags of fertiliser in. It's 5:30, I'll go get dinner. I'll probably then get the feeding done. There's a couple of hours of feeding to be done. So a bit of a calving update. This is the last calf that was born, this little heifer calf. This is a second time, excuse me, second time calver here. This was a heifer we had last year, this cow. And yeah, she calved on her own last Monday at 2 AM. I was just up checking them and she was just half the calving, so had to move her down here. Took the calf probably guts of an hour to get on his feet. She was slow enough to get on her feet. But when she did get on her feet, then the cow wouldn't stand still, so I was watching that for about 15 minutes or 20 minutes, and the cow kept moving and moving and moving, and every time the calf went to suckle. So back to what I had to do a couple of times in the last few weeks. Trapped the cow's head in the calving gate, got the calf in, got the calf drinking, and the time I was back in bed it was 5 o'clock, so wasn't much sleep that night. But no, all okay. The rest of them are doing very well. We have the crypto back under control. Since we moved back to the biodelaze tablets, we've had no issues. The calves that were done with the previous tablets that we'd found that weren't just working as well as what we would liked. We've them all dried up now and sorted, so which isn't too bad. But all these little fellas, some of them is over a week old now, and they have no sign of any scour or crypto whatsoever. So which is great. We're delighted with that. These two girls, this was just after coming out before I started the video, but they're kind of started creeping themselves in the back. All the calves are sleeping at the back. But yeah, no, everything's going okay on that front. But yeah, we'd like for the weather just to improve a little bit more and a little bit more grass till we get them outside. That's the plan. So, but yeah, due for bedding tomorrow. We should have enough straw. We're starting to run low on it, but we should just have enough. But that's really the update complete. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.